Hello everyone and warm welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. By God's grace, I'm doing great. This is Samira here. Today I want to share with you this very simple beef and vegetable sauce. It's so good and it's very easy to do, and I'm sure you all are going to love it. You can have it with potatoes, rice or noodles, or even spaghetti if that's what you wish. Join me and let's do this together. So for this beef sauce, you need beef, okay? I'm not going to be very complicated here. You can use any beef of your choice. As you can see, I don't even know the cuts of beef this is. It's just beef that I bought from the butchers. I'm just removing all the fat from it so that, it's not too fatty. If you love fat or you love the fat, you can leave it on. It doesn't matter. But then I prefer to remove all the fat and all the other trimmings. That doesn't make it look nice, okay? Then I'm going to slice it as you see me do. So I'm just slicing them into bite size, okay? Nice and thin, so that when you pan fry it, it cooks quicker, right? You're going to be pan frying this. So you can use, for this recipe, you can use chicken, you can use pork, you can use beef, you can use lamb, you can even use fish if that's what you want. It is very easy and it doesn't require a specific kind of meat. I was using beef because that is what my family loves. The weight of this beef is between 800 grams to 1.2 kg, right? So we will add some water to your beef. Okay, we're creating the marinade here. Some black pepper, some bicarbonate of soda or baking soda to make the beef very nice and tender. Add some salt and some oil. You then go in with some cornstarch or corn flour, as we call it here in the UK. About a tablespoon of that. You mix it round and make sure every piece of meat is nice and coated with the marinade, and then you set it aside. For the slurry, you need 600 ml of water, 250 ml of light soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, and you just add in some sugar. So I'm using light brown sugar here, about a tablespoon, right? You can use honey if you want, and then I'm adding 2 tablespoons of cornstarch or corn flour to mix. So add some oil to it, some sesame oil. You just drizzle a few in it, okay? This is cooking. For cooking, you don't need measurements. I'm just giving you measurements to give you a fair idea of what you need. For this is cooking, not baking. You only need approximation of the ingredients used, right? So in a wok or a frying pan, I'm adding some oil, right? Any oil will do. And we're now going to be pan frying our beef, right? Because we'll slice it very thinly, what is going to happen is it's going to cook perfectly in the pan. You don't need to transfer it anywhere. Just a little oil will help you here. So we make sure it's nice and brown. Yeah, this bit is a bit time consuming, but trust me, it's worth it. This dish is amazing. This dish is great. You just enjoy it to the fullest, right? So if you can walk away from the stews, the contemporary stews, the D&D and the jollof rice, the nyadwa stews and the garden egg stews, and then you just try this one, you see that this is a banger. It's just, everybody will love it. Once it turns nice and golden, like you see it, at some point, trust me, I gave up turning it one after the other. So I just started stirring it so that it should all cook together. I'm tired. I am tired here. Once all the beef is nicely pan fried, you set that aside. And in a separate bowl, you bring some water to a boil. You add some Mangetout or Mangetout, depending on what you're coming from. Some broccoli and some courgettes, right? So you just bring it to a boil. We're not cooking it. We're just trying to steam it. If you have a steamer, you can use it. I don't have a steamer. I don't need a steamer. I can just do what I'm doing now. Once it boils, you just scoop all and you transfer it into cold water so that it stops cooking. Otherwise, your vegetables will be very, very mushy. In another saucepan or wok, you add some oil and then add some red onions, okay? We're choosing red onions because we want nice and beautiful colors. You add some red pepper or red bell pepper and then some green chili mix. I already have a video on my channel. I'll link it for you. Give it a stir here. We just stir frying the vegetables here, you just give it a nice stir. And once you are happy with it, or once it is nice and soft, I mean, as in the vegetables, you just stir your slurry, and you may have to stir it because once it's sitting there, you realize that the cornstarch will settle at the bottom. So give it a nice stir and pour it into your saucepan. Give it a stir, let it boil until you see the color change to this beautiful, beautiful brown color. Look at that. And then you add your beef. It's very simple and easy. It's just prep work. Once you get a prep work done and you get a pan frying out of the way, you're good to go. So you can even do this in advance. You prep your beef and pan fry your beef in advance before putting everything together. And then you add your vegetables. And ta-da! That is your vegetable beef sauce done. And trust me, I've said it already, but I'm saying it again. This is incredible. You will love it. Give it a go. So I should have mentioned it earlier. When you are marinating the beef, go easy on the salt. I added just a little bit of salt because the sauce has a lot of salt in it so that your food does not become salty. I forgot to mention it, but I've remembered. Serve it with your rice or anything that you, potatoes, noodles, spaghetti. Oh, this is so good. I just served mine with rice, and some people in my family love noodles, so they went with noodles, and it was great. I am very grateful to you all for joining me today. And don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe. Okay? And I will definitely see you in the very next one. Enjoy and bye.